Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Birdie Explores. My name is Birdie, and today we're going to dive into a topic. I have a fantastic real world experience to share with you. I recently took a plunge on a refurbished 16-inch MacBook Pro with M3 chip, 36 gig of RAM, and saved myself, quite frankly, a whopping $1,100 compared to buying it new. But was it worth it? What condition was the laptop in? And what should you know before consider buying refurbished yourself? Stay tuned as we break down the entire experience, complete with some surprises along the way. Let's start with the basics. What exactly does refurbished mean at Best Buy? According to their website, refurbished laptop are devices that have been returned to the manufacturer or retailer, inspected, and restored to like new conditions. These could have been returned for minor defects, cosmetics, or simply buyer's remorse. But here's the reality check, my experience. While saving significant money, you're not getting a pristine like new laptop straight out of the box. I received a device that was dirty, slightly greasy, and had a dent on the bottom casing with light nicks on the top portion of the lid. The keyboard also had that greasy feel and it was difficult to completely clean it. They noted might be more of an Apple design issue than a refurbished problem. This aligns with what we know about refurbished products. Let's talk about what comes in the box, or rather what might not come in the box. It arrived with the power cord that typically comes with a new model. I actually receive a white cord instead of the black one that the M3 usually comes with. This is actually pretty common with refurbished electronics. Accessories sometimes get swapped out or replaced with generic alternatives. It's always good to manage your expectations about accessories when buying refurbished. Now let's talk about the most important component for laptop longevity, the battery. The device arrived with 56 charge cycles on the battery, which is actually quite reasonable for a refurbished device. Some refurbished laptop that I compared had about 180 cycles. That's a lot. Apple batteries are typically rated for 1,000 charge cycles before they considered consumed, meaning after 1,000 charge cycles, then the battery is gonna be operating is 80% capacity. So 55 cycles represent only about 5 to 6% of its battery potential lifespan. That's actually a pretty good deal. So if you think about it, for laptop age, 0 to 50 cycles is considered excellent for the first year. 1 to 2 years, about 50 to 100 cycles. Very good. So between 2 to 3 years, it's about 100 to 150 cycles. So 3 to 4 years is about 150 to 200 cycles, which is considered fair. Now, 4 years plus, it's 200 cycles or plus and potentially weak. I'm going to talk about the Best Buy return policy and the safety net. Here are things that get really important. Best Buy return policy for refurbished items, according to their 2025 policy standard, Best Buy members have 15 days to return or exchange most product, while Best Buy Plus members and My Best Buy Total members get an extended 60-day return window. I must mention, during the holiday season of November 2024, the return window extends even further until January 14th, so meaning you have almost a month. This generous return policy is your safety net when buying a refurbished. If you buy it around that time, so you know what you have. In my case, when I bought mine, I had about 15 days. Another thing you need to know, I contacted Best Buy about the original cable and the cosmetic issue. I was essentially told, if you're not happy, simply return it. They're not gonna replace or make anything right by me because the cable was getting disconnected from time to time. So I reported that, and then about the few nicks, and they told me no question asked, I was just return it. But think about it. If you return it, you know it takes a few days. You can't just return and repurchase it immediately. So here's the problem. If you don't have enough fund to purchase a new one, maybe the product may not be available anymore. It's something to think about. It's worth noting that Best Buy does charge a 15% restocking fee on certain categories of products, but typically doesn't apply to laptops. Always double check the specific policy for the item before purchasing it. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. That's $1,100 in savings. I bought a high-end 16-inch MacBook Pro with M3 chip, 6 gig of RAM, and 50 gig of storage for significantly less than the new price. That's incredible. It is an incredible deal indeed by any measure. When evaluating whether a refurbished purchase makes sense, consider these questions. Potential savings versus cosmetic imperfections versus battery life or versus missing accessories. In this case, the savings were substantial. $1,100. The cosmetic issue were very minor. Dirt, grease, small dent. The battery was good. The battery was in good shape. 56 cycles, not bad at all. Only missing accessories, I mean, not really missing, it's just the accessory was not working properly, the charger. That math works out heavily in favor of buying refurbished. Now, here's something you need to understand about refurbished. This, refurbished versus new. Savings is about 30 to 40% off retail price. Condition, possible cosmetic imperfections versus pristine. Accessories may be incomplete or generic. Battery health. Return policy about 15 to 60 days. Best Buy, and it varies by retailer, whether you get it on Best Buy or I noticed that reviews on Best Buy website, and it was somewhat mixed for the refurbished, with some people being okay with the purchase and one being very unhappy. This aligns with what we typically see with refurbished products. Experiences vary widely. Some of the variation comes with differing expectations. If you expect a brand new, perfect device, you'll be disappointed. But if you understand that you're buying a device with some history, substantial savings, you're likely pleased. Based on this experience and Best Buy policies, here are my top tips for anyone considering a refurbished laptop. Manage your expectations. Understand you're not getting a perfect device. Check the return window. Know whether you have a 15 or 16 days based on your membership status. Inspect immediately. The moment you receive it, check for functionality, cosmetic, everything you may not like, and just in case you have, whether you have to make a claim or you have to return it. Test thoroughly. Check the battery health, the keyboard, the ports, display, ensure that everything works. Verify accessories, including, see what's included, including what may be missing. Consider warranty options. Whether when you're buying it, if you have to buy an extended warranty protection, just consider that. Do your homework, read multiple reviews before you pull the trigger. So back to our original question. Was it worth it? I believe despite the cosmetic issues and the damaged cable and substantial saving made the purchase worthwhile. I kept the device as my return window has closed as of last week. The key was going into the purchase with reasonable expectations, understanding that refurbished doesn't mean perfect, but it can represent incredible value for those willing to accept minor cosmetic flaws. For me, specifically, lack of scratches on the screen, most importantly, cosmetic element for most users, and the good battery health made the minor issues acceptable, giving the $1,100 saving. Which, final verdict, buying refurbished from Best Buy can be a fantastic way to get high-end tech at a budget-friendly prices. But go in with your eyes open and potential compromises. Curious to know, what do you think? Would you buy a refurbished laptop from Best Buy? Have you had any experience with refurbished tech, good or bad? Share your thoughts in the comment below. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Folks, we just explored this together. My name is Birdie. Until next time. Bye-bye.